All right, so of course, one of the benefits of being a realtor and being in real estate is that you get to go into and experience some beautiful properties, properties that the general public would never have a chance to see unless they were a qualified buyer or something of that sort. So every now and then as well, you get to see things that people wouldn't expect. And this home right here on Rugby is the perfect example because it seems modest, it seems okay. It's in a great location for those that love it and are close to Woodward Academy. But immediately, once I walked in this home, I understood. I understood why they had it listed at 1.2 million. Because originally, I looked at the pictures online, I wasn't feeling it. Couldn't believe it. Didn't like it. Would have changed this, painted that, but immediately. So for example, the front door, sometimes when you walk into a home, one, how it's designed, it pulls you in, it invites you. Two, you get to actually walk through it. You feel it. Sometimes you walk through a home and you feel the floors and how light they are. Or other times, um, it seems a certain way online, but when you walk in, you actually feel how 10-foot ceilings feel. So, like if you're walking into normal homes and then you walk into a home that's got 10-foot ceilings or more, you feel it. It feels luxurious. One of the things that they did, because this was a custom build, is they made sure that all of the doors, every door, closet door, bathroom door, all the doors are solid wood. So just opening the door gives you a sense of quality that you can't understand through video. And over time, because of the pool, the big backyard, and I've got kids at Woodward, graduated from Woodward. I understand the appeal of Woodward, and this is walking distance to Woodward. And I began to see that this is worth every penny. And it was great because I was able to market it, get behind it, really make that push to get the home sold. We did an amazing job. We did some unique open houses. We got tons of people through the door, tons of people, many people. Even one of my past clients that is very strong on their opinion of value because they've got a unique history of risk assessment in the mortgage industry, former appraiser, even a realtor at one point. So he's a little different than my average client. And he always would beat properties up. I showed him properties 1.2, 1 point whatever, and certain homes they just beat it up over the value. And this one, he understood it. Like, this is nice. He wasn't sure that the market was going to get it, but he understood why it was $1 million home. And we only sold it here. You see on the image that it sold for $940,000. And this is a great example in, because this is kind of a series on, okay, you sold it, but how did you do it? This is a great example, which I can go through a lot of the marketing, a lot of the meetings, a lot of the corrections that had to be made along the way. But ultimately, the big thing is we had an appraisal on it originally for the 1.2 million. There were comps and comparables that said it should have been that. The uniqueness of it, the pool, the Tuscan themed covered uh, picnic area. I mean, there's just so many different features of why this should have been $1 million home. But for sellers and for those in real estate, you've got to learn to adjust, but you also have to know back to the basics. And the fundamental definition of fair market value is what any willing seller is willing to sell at and what any willing buyer is willing to buy at. And so an appraiser may have said, and comparables may have said, the quality, the uniqueness, all these things, the emotions of it even said 1.2. But what a buyer that's actively in the market was willing to pay for the home was $940,000. It was only until we reduced the price to 950 that we actually started to get serious interest in the home. And so for those that are serious about selling, have a real reason or motivation to sell. You can lay out the best of plans. You can have the best of ambitions. You can have the best of realtors involved. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you can only sell it for what someone's willing to pay for it. And either that's a number that you're willing to accept or you're not willing to accept. But that's what it's worth, is what someone's willing to pay for it. And when a realtor can show you, here's all the marketing, here's all the exposure, here are all the things that we've done. It's not that there's somebody out there that wants to buy this home that hasn't seen it and we haven't found it. It's that there's all these people out there that either don't want to come see it because of the price, condition, or positioning, or in this case, they would come to see it, but just wouldn't see a reason to pay that price. But it was based on interest rates. It was based on where we are in the market. People loved it. People thought about it. But it was only once we got it priced appropriate to what someone was willing to pay that we're able to get this home sold. So I'm a little jealous. I started to fall in love with the house. I started thinking, what will my family look like here? What changes would I make? I even had my kids come to one of the open houses and they loved it. There was a secret room, like a hidden room upstairs, my daughter loved. So I hope you enjoyed this series. I'll continue to do it. Yeah, yeah, I sold it. Yeah, it just sold. That's cool. But I'm going to start talking through some of the stories for learning. Realtors can learn, but also the public to see the behind the scenes of, okay, well, how did you do that? How'd you make that happen? All right, stay tuned for more.